Today I'm going to tell you a little about Google Classroom. It really is a great tool to use in the classroom, and it is super easy to set up and navigate. Here's a quick intro video about Classroom.
I consider myself lucky to be a teacher. Whose website are you looking at now? If a teacher is collecting and handing out papers, they're not maximizing the amount of time that they're actually teaching.
I have 45 minutes a day with kids. So if I can get them to do an assignment at night, I've now added time with them.
As a first-year teacher, it was rough in the beginning.
The amount of paper was overwhelming.
Google Classroom is one location for all of their worksheets and handouts. It's a way for a teacher to be able to distribute projects to students. And it's a way for students to be able to turn in their work.
Everyone should have their own copy that has their name up on the top.
It gives you a little more teaching time. And who doesn't like to save time?
Everything that we need for the class is in one place.
My worksheets are there. My group work is there.
I submit it, and then it's done. I don't have to worry about losing it or forgetting to hand it in or spilling coffee on it in the morning.
Classroom really helped to organize everything, and it showed me when it was submitted, what was submitted. You cannot stay in teaching and keep going to the old ways.
With Google Classroom, I'm able to maximize time in the classroom to bring students to that next level.
It definitely helped make me a much better teacher.
You see faculty now that are rejuvenated. Teaching becomes new again.
Very good, okay.
So you saw from the video that Google Classroom is great for creating assignments and assigning and collecting student work. Here are some other ways to use Google Classroom. So besides creating, assigning, and collecting student work, it helps with your organization. So folders are automatically created in Google Drive for each assignment and each student. You will no longer have to search through your Shared With Me folder for student work. It is a great tool for communication as well. You can make announcements or reminders on Classroom. You can post discussion questions for students to respond to, and you can respond to and comment on student work to give students immediate feedback. It is also easy to navigate. Assignments are sent to students automatically, and students can see assignment due dates easily. It is super easy to set up. You can add students to the classroom easily or share the classroom code for students to join on their own time. And it is affordable and secure. There are no advertisements, and it's free for schools. The following is a link to a website I found with techniques for using Google Classroom, just some of the benefits of using Google Classroom. So it puts all of our Google Apps work in one place, makes more features available to teachers of all tech ability levels, centralizes communication between teachers and students, simplifies providing feedback on assessments to students. It makes classroom creation a breeze, makes our learning management system Shutter, becomes a permanent fixture for Google, saves some money, and saves some trees and sore muscles, and it provides a grade recording interface. It also becomes a hub for all Google apps, work for all classes. So I just thought this was a good breakdown of some of the benefits and uses of Google Classroom. So how do I get started with Google Classroom? So you can use the link below to sign up for your classroom. Once you have signed up for Google Classroom, you can create a classroom by clicking on the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner, typing in a class name and section, and pressing create. Within your classroom, you can start by changing the theme or background of your classroom. Within each classroom, you will find 3 different pages. So there's the stream page. On this page, you will be able to see a list of upcoming assignments, the class code, any announcements posted by the teacher or students. On the students page, you can invite your students. They will need the class code to join the classroom, or you can just send them an invitation yourself. And then there's also an about page. On this page, you can add basic information about your classroom, upload or post announcements, and attach documents, Google Drive items, YouTube videos, and links. So let's talk about creating an assignment in Classroom. In Google Classroom, you can create an assignment, attach materials, assign it to one or more classes, and grade and return it to the students. Here is the process for doing this. So you're first going to go to the stream page. Then you're going to click on assignments, title and write a description of your assignment, change the due date if needed, attach the assignment. It should be a PDF, a Google Drive item, a video, or a link. Check the classes you would like to assign it to and click Assign. You can add announcements and see who has completed the assignment and who has not. Okay, so before you try it, let's go back to our original page and let's walk through some of these on the actual website. Okay, so when you're first setting up, you'll go to Classroom, and because I've already set up my classes, it takes me right to my home page with all my classes. Let's go ahead and screen this. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new classroom. So we'll click on the plus sign, hit Create Class. Let's name it Sample Class 2. And if you don't have a section, you don't have to put a section. And hit Create. Okay, so you can start by changing the theme if you'd like, which you would go to here. And there are all kinds of themes to choose from. Okay. And then within your classroom, we'll take you through the different pages. So we have the stream page. So you see some announcements. So I could make an announcement that says, "Hi students," and hit post. I could also create an announcement that says, "Tonight's homework is," and then I could attach a document. We go to my drive. Let's attach my argument writing graphic organizer. Okay, and post it. And then it's there for the students. Students can also comment. Okay. Okay, and then also on this page you see the classroom code, which students would need to join the class. And you'd see a list of upcoming assignments right here. We haven't had any upcoming assignments, so there's none listed. You also have the student page. So I can invite students by clicking invite and typing in their contact information. Okay, so that's me, so I'll invite myself. Okay. You can also have your students just give your students the class code and they can join themselves. And then there's the About page. So if you want to add basic information, like I'm an English language arts teacher, so I could write ELA, first and second hour. You have your Google Drive folder, you have your teacher email, hit save, add any materials you need. Again, you can add documents, PDFs, Google Drive items, YouTube videos, and then other links and post them. Okay, so let's go ahead and create an assignment. So if we go to the stream page, we'll click on assignment, we'll title it survey the due date. We can change the due date if we need to. Let's make it due on the 23rd. Now if I want to assign it to all my classes, I can click on all of my classes and it will pop up in all of them. 5 classes selected. And then go ahead, and I like to attach them in from my drive so that students can actually work on the documents. And hit assign. Okay, so the survey is up there. You can see once I have students join my classroom, you can see how many have completed it and how many have not. Okay, so now I just want you to go ahead and play around with Google Classroom a little bit. So I created my first sample class, and I want you to go ahead and go to Google Classroom, click on the plus sign, and select join, and then type in the following code. So if I can even take you back there. This is the original sample class. So go ahead and join this classroom. And then I will tell you a little bit about this assignment. You do not have to do it, but it could help give me feedback. The survey just asks questions about using Google Classroom and if this video was helpful. So you by no means do have to complete it, but if you'd like to, you can. Okay, so once you have a chance to play around, let's go back to our Smart Notebook here. So Google Classroom and digital citizenship. So in order to establish Google Classroom, to use it with your students, you need to talk to your kids about digital citizenship. I think one of the best things is to establish norms like you would in the actual classroom. For example, students should be aware that they should not post anything not related to the assignments in the classroom. Students should be respectful of all voices in the classroom, and students should complete assignments on time and to their fullest potential. So those are possible norms that students might come up with. And they're going to come up with some great things if you let them do it. And then a couple more pages. These are just links to additional information about Google Classroom. Both of these videos give you some great ideas for using Google Classroom with your students. And then Google has all kinds of information on their website. So this is the link to how to use Google Classroom. Okay, the basics of it. You can see all the different things you can do with Google Classroom. So, introduction to Google Classroom. All the information that was in my video is also listed here. Creating a class. Inviting students. Adding content to a class. Managing a class. Communicating with the class. Working with assignments. Using Classroom as a student. Troubleshooting Classroom. Okay, so they're all great tools to use. I really suggest going to this website if you'd like to start using Google Classroom with your students. Okay, and then one more just added bit of information. Google Classroom is part of Google for Education. There are all kinds of additional resources available using this site, including news and events, a blog of current news and events related to work Google for Education is doing, communities, which connects with other educators to share ideas, programs, Google programs available to educators and students, and then more educational resources, including Google Maps for Education, Google Scholar, and Google Cultural Institute. There are all kinds of great opportunities with Google for Education. The possibilities really are endless. So, and that's about it. I thank you for listening, and I hope it persuaded you to start using Classroom with your students. I know I originally didn't start out using Google Classroom, and I would get all my when students would share their documents with me from Google Docs or Google Sites, I would get all these different things in my Shared With Me folder. And really, the best part for me has been the organization. So I create the assignment in Google Classroom, it sends it out to all my students, and then when they turn in their assignments, it goes to that folder. So I don't have to search through all my documents. It keeps me much more organized. Okay, so thanks for listening, and I hope you start using Google Classroom today.